Hi guys, bit of a random video here, but I want to talk about coffee because 2 weeks ago I decided to quit caffeine to see how I got on, because I thought I was becoming a bit addicted to it. Because on the morning I would wake up and I'd feel a bit dull, a little bit like lack of energy until I had a coffee, and then that set us off for the rest of the day. So I thought my body was becoming a bit reliant on it, so I decided to have a 2-week tolerance break from caffeine 2 weeks ago, and just today I'm back on it. And I must say, when I've took it again, it does feel a lot more stronger than it did when I was taking it every day. So it's obviously like reset my system. And what I want to talk about is why I did it, and whether or not it's worth having caffeine in your life. Because many people say, well, it's not good to be addicted to anything, but in my view, some things are better than not taking them at all. And this is what I want to go into, guys, because it took about a week before my system stopped craving the coffee. Okay, about a week, and then the next week was okay. I didn't crave coffee. I'd get up in the morning, and I'd be able to do things. I wouldn't have that craving for a coffee, and that was quite nice. But the downside of it was it kind of took us back to a level of consciousness I was on before I discovered coffee, because I was a late starter with coffee. I was probably in my late 20s when I first started drinking it, because I used to hate hot drinks when I was younger. A lot of young people do. That's why they're running around drinking Pepsi and Coke and all these horrible Lucozades and things like that, which are really bad for you. I would never recommend those energy drinks with caffeine in. I think if you're going to have caffeine, it's best just to get a nice coffee. That's my personal view of it, because the other drinks have got so much sugar in and rubbish. It's really bad for your system. It often makes you worse than just having a coffee. So yeah, what was I saying again? Sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. Sorry about my hair today, guys. It's a bit of a mess, but I'm waiting to get a haircut, and I'm going to have a new style just going forward, but shorter this time because it's easier. But yeah, after the first week of quitting caffeine, I got used to it and it was okay. But when I say okay, I don't mean it's fine. I mean, the consciousness was okay, but it wasn't great. Like this is the only way I can describe this, guys. Everything was kind of flat. And I was thinking, well, this is just because I'm used to the caffeine. Surely after a few days, this will go away. But it didn't, you see. And the reason why it doesn't, I think it's because some of these substances that are here on this planet are here for a reason, and they're here for us to consume so we can expand our consciousness more and experience realities that we wouldn't experience without these substances. Many things like caffeine, cannabis, all substances that are available on this planet are here for a specific reason for certain people, so they can see things that other people don't see, so that we as humanity can grow as a whole and see all aspects of reality and evolve ourselves that way. So what I'm saying here, you guys, is after you've been on caffeine for so long, you realise that the caffeine actually gives you a heightened state of awareness to a point where you can find joy in things more than you could have ever found joy in things before you had the caffeine in the first place. So when I was experiencing this kind of flat consciousness, it was okay. I didn't feel bad or anything. It wasn't like real bad withdrawal, but I would say life wasn't as good. It was just, everything just was. There wasn't like, normally when I've had caffeine, like I start thinking positive thoughts. I start seeing the joy in things. I start enjoying everything around us. I start to see and relax myself a bit more. And that in itself, which caffeine does to people, is it is a drug, yes, don't get us wrong, but it's a very good drug. It's a very good substance, and it allows you to experience an experience you wouldn't be able to experience without it. So I think most people who are addicted to caffeine will probably always go back to it at some point. But my personal experience is I wouldn't want to live my life every day without caffeine, because I've already reached a level of consciousness with caffeine, and once you evolve in this reality, it's very, very difficult to stay devolved again, because you cannot devolve, you see. Once you've reached one level of awareness, you kind of just go back to another level of awareness and be like, well, I can deal with this now, it's fine, I'm still happy, because that would be devolving yourself. And one of the things in this reality that cannot happen is you cannot devolve. Like, nobody can ever devolve. no species has ever devolved. So, because that's what this reality is for, or we're constantly evolving. And the only thing that hasn't got a polarity is probably evolution and love. These are things only go up as you evolve. As you evolve, you get more loving, and as you evolve, you get more aware of what's around you and how to find joy in everything and find that inner peace. And caffeine is one of the substances that help people do this. I'm not saying you cannot reach this level of awareness without caffeine, but for me personally, if it wasn't for things like caffeine and cannabis, I would have been stuck in a specific level of awareness without being able to see the next level of awareness, you see, by these kind of stimulants that and substances that expand your knowledge, expand your mind, expand your experience. So so this can go quite deep, guys, but I'm not going to go really deep into it at the moment. I'll probably make a future video talking about how deep these levels of awareness go and what substances affect what level of awareness, etc. But yeah, but my conclusion is that caffeine's a good thing. Okay, it helps people relax, it helps people get through the day. A lot of people, it isn't just something you rely on, it's something that also expands your consciousness. And once your consciousness is expanded, why would you want to go back? I mean, it's not the most dangerous drug in the world. I mean, caffeine's fine. Old people have drunk caffeine all their life, and they get to like 90-year-olds. So it's not exactly dangerous, and it can be quite good for you in ways as well. But that's my opinion, guys. Let me know what you think about caffeine. Do you have it regularly? Does it expand your consciousness? Does it allow you to see joy like it does with me? When I'm on caffeine, I kind of, it's as if my heart chakra opens up and I find joy in life. Like I can just walk down the street and I can find it easier to find joy in just seeing like bricks like this, or finding a seat in the middle of the street like I've done here. Like I was just walking down the street and there was someone's left a seat outside, so I thought I'll just go and chill on it. That's because I'm on caffeine. Okay, if you're not on caffeine, sometimes if your consciousness hasn't reached levels like where you can feel and see things that you can't normally see, you miss out on experiences, because instead of just going and doing something because you feel happy and you feel joy about doing it, you kind of don't do it, and you're kind of stuck in the same paradigm. So what I think these substances do is they level us up to new paradigms, so we see what's possible, and then eventually, probably without the coffee, we'll be able to do it, because that's how evolution works. You can never devolve. But yeah, that's my opinion on it, guys. So once you've evolved using a substance, unless it's really causing you harm, okay, there's no reason to like devolve and come off the substance, providing it's relatively safe. So that's it, guys. That's my opinion on caffeine. Let us know your opinions. What do you think? What substances have helped you the most in your spiritual awakening? Is it alcohol? Is it weed? Is it caffeine? Is it LSD? Is it mushrooms? Is it DMT, which I haven't tried yet personally, but I'm hoping to try that in the future. I'm a little bit scared, I'll be honest with you, because I've never actually let go of my full body before, apart from when I had a near-death experience, which was amazing. But doing it intentionally, I don't know if I could do that, but I'm going to try it soon. But yeah, caffeine, guys. For me, I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to limit myself to 2 coffees a day, because if you have too much of anything, it's bad for you. I've always said this, guys, like addiction can be anything. Anything can be harmful to you, not just certain drugs. Anything can be harmful to you. If you have too many cheeseburgers, you're buggered, basically. So you have to think about that as well, guys. And just because like some governments or whatever say something's illegal doesn't mean it's bad for you. It just means they don't want you to have it for some reason. So yeah, caffeine, guys. Tell us what you think. Hope you like this video. Be back soon with another video for you guys. Something epic. See you guys soon.